Boop boop be doop. Do you know what spot this is? Do you know what this spot has to do with Carfoolery?
That's where the picture of me being a douche was taken.
And also our cover photo, Prelude, the MR2, and when Jamie had the Miata, was all right there. So, hey, it's Steven and I in the Nissan. Back when I owned the Nissan, foreshadowing, and we're at the Holt Center parking garage, downtown Eugene. Very beautiful. It's Christmas Eve. We thought we would do a 2018 wrap-up. Things that we accomplished this year and where we hope we're going. How about that?
Yeah.
It's Christmas Eve, so we couldn't get anything anywhere other than 7-Eleven. So we got this brown plastic sauce, coffee-flavored brown plastic.
It's not as bad as it could be.
So 2018 was basically our first year.
Yeah, it was our first full year of actually trying to put content out.
I wouldn't even say full year.
Well, no, because didn't we start posting
we only got
every week?
Serious in
September.
August.
August, yeah. Yeah, so we started posting every week, twice a week. And then we did that until October?
Yeah, October we started.
October was when it fell apart.
Late winter, early spring, you got the Nor'Wester videos done.
Yeah, yep.
That was a big step. That was basically our warm-up.
Nor'Wester was the video series that we filmed and then let sit for...
It was the clog in the drain.
We let it sit for a year.
Once we unclogged that, the videos really started going through the pipeworks again. Great video series. If you haven't watched those videos, you really need to, because they are probably my favorite videos that we have.
Really?
Well, the Nor'Wester series is what we want our videos on our channels to be. Really cool, story-driven event videos.
Yeah.
You know, the like us doing shit in the garage is what the bulk of our videos are going to end up being, for sure.
Right, because
But
that's what
not,
we do.
Yeah, but that's not like the thing that we were inspired to do when we started this.
But
I think our mission statement is to still do inexpensive motorsports, film it, and let everybody know that they also could do it themselves.
Yeah, I don't think the premise of Carfoolery has changed since the beginning. It's to show people that are into cars but don't do anything about cars that it's easy to be a car person. It doesn't have to be expensive. It can be very expensive. And you can have fun with your friends for not that much money.
And we haven't yet blatantly said this yet. Don't be afraid to fail. Because you will, and it will suck. But you will eventually overcome or sell the project and then get a different hobby. Or you'll fail and then you'll push the Nissan down the hill for another year until you have $2,000 laying around to throw at it.
It hasn't cost $2,000.
Yeah.
No, it hasn't.
Maybe. It cost somebody. The taxpayers.
Oh my god.
And then what was after Nor'Wester?
The Prelude got a cage.
The Prelude got a cage.
The Prelude got a cage this year.
And we did our first
we did our so that was April. So April, the Prelude got a $4,000 upgrade. It got a cage and
your
race
$800 sports car got a $4,000 upgrade.
Yes. Yeah, the Prelude turned into a race car. So I got the car back, and at like 3 a.m.
Yep.
I drove it at 3 a.m. to my parents' house, and then I woke up the next morning at like 7, and then went to Ryan's, and then we installed the seats and the harnesses, which had not been installed at that point.
Yep.
And then immediately drove to Portland, where I had to do some work stuff, and then we headed out to Attract It a bunch more times.
That was a bummer that we didn't film any of that, because that was kind of fun, because we road tripped, and we had Daniel with us.
Yeah, we should have filmed. I wish we had filmed it. I was deliriously tired.
Yeah, you were more tired than I was, but I was also really tired. That was, I think, the second to last time, or the last time we were dumb enough to do a racing event on not enough sleep. I think that was the one where I was like, this is so dumb. Why do I keep doing this every time? Whether it's autocross or hill climb or whatever, I go to these things either hungover or really tired.
Or both.
Or both, as in Larison Rock 2016. So watch the beginning of that video.
You're right. That was a big shifting point, because I've always been on the side of let's get a hotel, but you came around.
I'm finally old enough that I'm on board to doing it the smart way. And then we had Roseburg Autocross, which we didn't really film. You bought real tires this year.
Our sure blades aren't real tires.
Yeah, they're pretty real.
Did we do any other events besides like the regular stuff? We did Larison Rock in July.
Steven did his first hill climb.
Yep.
He got to see what it's like, what it's all about. It's my favorite sport.
I think I like autocross better. I mean, it was fun. I'm going to do it again.
Not saying you had a bad time.
I think it's because everybody makes such a big deal about it. It just didn't like, I don't know, it was like driving. Granted, I was in a Honda Prelude.
Yeah, we didn't film that, but you do need to know that Steven, while having one of the least amount of horsepowers on the hill, did a killer time.
I was
first year at the hill. Are we still doing dual driving the Prelude at the hill?
We'll see how I feel.
Oh man, when I get my Nissan 240SX replacement, I'll just race that instead, in spite of Steven, and beat Steven.
Here's the thing. You would beat me in the Prelude.
You think so?
I don't know. I think you have a lot more experience on the hill than I do.
I do.
And you have driven a lot more cars at events than I have.
I have.
So you definitely have the advantage. And when you beat me, you would be really smug about it. And it would hurt our friendship.
I'm not a bad winner.
So we're going to do it.
I'm not a bad guy.
We're
I'm a
going
nice
to
person.
We're going to do it. I just need to work.
We're going to do it.
I just need to work up to it. August is when we really started posting regularly. And then September was the Prelude paint extravaganza.
Oh, you know why we started really coming out with videos really fast? I came up with the Carfoolery Extra idea. Just the short, simple videos on the side of a road. Because the first Carfoolery Extra was just us broken down in the Prelude. And then now Carfoolery Extra has turned into autocross laps and more of Steven's Prelude electrical problems happening.
Well, you don't do anything.
Well, my cars just work. The Nissan fired right up after $2,000.
It didn't cost you $2,000.
Anyway,
you need to stop telling people it cost you $2,000.
I need my money back.
It didn't cost $2,000.
I'm gonna get my money back.
I'm not. So we did the Prelude painting extravaganza in September, which was supposed to be the Prelude and GTR painting extravaganza, but then John backed out because we didn't have time and he had to work the whole time.
Yeah.
And then right as that was almost done,
well, we also did the Miata timing belt on a weekend. We also tried doing the Nissan one weekend, but then also the worst thing was that the MR2 got stolen.
Right. So we did the Prelude painting, didn't paint the GTR, and then we started working on this thing. We also did the door handle in the Lexus. Like, we did a bunch of shit, but no one gives a shit about that. We started to work on the Nissan, and then while we were in the middle of trying to get the Nissan to work, the MR2 was stolen.
That was rough. 3 days.
And then we got the MR2 back, and then went directly back into trying to fix the Nissan. Because at that point, the MR2 runs... What?
I forgot that for 11 weeks. Not 11 weeks. For like 6 weeks. The Nissan was Thursday night. Steven will be back Friday. And then we're just that one thing away from the car running again.
Yeah, for like...
6 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Oh, we're that one thing away from it running.
Yeah, for 6 weeks. It was... Friday, I show up on Friday, we tried the thing, it doesn't work. We struggle until Sunday.
Next weekend.
We get the new thing. Yeah. And then we did that for 6 weeks straight. And then it fired up. And then we drove it to Junction City, where we put the O2 sensor in it. And now we've tuned it. I mean, we're going to do a couple of videos about it, but that probably won't be out by this point.
And now we are at the top of the Holt Center in the magic Nissan that I think we're both kind of... It's like a holiday romance. Because, like, it sucks. But you're like, oh, it's fine. Because, you know, it's a fleeting moment. This love. Because the Nissan is pretty wonderful. It's quiet. Has stock suspension, so it rides good. The interior, you can't see the bad parts. Unless you go in the back seat. Or open the trunk. Yeah, it's going to be a slightly sad day when we sell this thing. And then in 10 years from now, I'm going to really regret it. When these are worth like $15,000. But it also won't exist in 10 years because it will have rusted away.
Yeah.
Because Nissan sucks at building cars. Take that, internet. So what's the goal for 2019, Steven? Do we have goals?
Yeah, we got a lot to do.
If we could post
2 videos a week.
If we could post 3, if we could do, what's 3 times 12? 12, 24, 36. If we could post 36 videos next year.
That is such a low bar.
I know, but if we can do it, I would be
We basically did that this year.
Yeah, let's keep it going. Setting my expectations low, so that way I'm super happy.
I will not be happy unless there's 1 video a week at least.
You want to put out 52 videos this year?
Yes.
I can even edit now a little bit. Not like Steven and Norwester, but nothing like that.
I still get a weird feeling in my stomach when you say you're going to edit something.
Oh, man. I've edited 3 things. Rink Ranch, Green Ranch,
Mm-hmm.
John's piece of shit dumpster.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which John wants to keep that now.
Yeah, he's keeping it. Yeah,
So,
John's keeping the Integra.
Thanks to all of the support on the internet, John wants to keep his fucking Integra.
1,000 people watched it, and he said, I have to keep it.
I know, isn't that funny? Because 1,000 views is not actually a lot of views in the grand scheme of the YouTube.
Especially when 500 of them were you.
Yeah, I really want to do a really good job filming the 2019 season of Autocross for us. I think that's going to be my main goal for the year, is telling the story of what it's like to autocross and like what autocrossing is like over a season, not just a weekend of, oh, I showed up and there was a Mustang that I was faster than, and then I went home.
Yeah.
But like actual like, you know, I got this many points, that other guy, he's an asshole because he has more points than me, you know. I have to do really good these next 3 events to beat him. I think that could be a fun story.
Yeah. So yeah, should we go over some of the series we're hoping to do?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so we're hoping to have like 3 fairly long-running series of videos.
Yeah.
So the autocross, we want to film the whole season and have a whole story behind it. That's going to be a big one.
Yeah.
But there's going to be huge gaps in that because the events only happen every once in a while. The prelude is going to get a bunch of electrical upgrades. Like basically we're starting over. We're going to take every wire out of the car and rewire it from scratch. And we want to go pretty in depth about that. And then also the process of building a Speeduino for the car. Because there isn't anything on the internet about how to do it.
Yeah, and whatever information is on the internet is just a fucking waste of time.
Yeah, it's really hard to access. So we want to do a whole series on just how to put a Speeduino in your car. Yeah, so the 3rd series we want to do is starting to document the process of John rebuilding his GTR, which there's going to be a ton of intricate details, and we haven't exactly decided how we want to do it yet, but like there could be a video about assembling the short block and all the steps that go into that. There'll probably be a video running down all the parts that he's bought and like what it's going to cost. It's not going to be done next year.
No.
His car will not be done.
No,
but we want
no.
to start the series and just add to it as things happen.
Our subscriber count will skyrocket because we'll have a video that says #GTR in it.
Maybe.
And then everyone in the internet's going to blow up, and we're just going to be super famous. We'll be getting record deals. Because it's a GTR. That's all the people on the internet will care about. Except for that guy in Europe that likes your Prelude.
Yeah. Christopher Wilkerson.
Looking at you, bud. There's going to be a bunch of videos about Steven's Lexus getting maintained for the first time ever.
Maybe.
You're just going to keep rolling the dice.
There's the Carfoolery maintenance videos because my car needs a lot of maintenance. Sam's car needs a lot of maintenance. John's Integra, which apparently he's going to keep.
It's going to be boosted to the moon.
Needs nothing but maintenance. Oh yeah, we were going to do a Prelude versus
Yeah, that
Integra.
might be. That could be a 2019 thing.
We want to see. Yeah, we want to see if the Prelude will take boost, and then if so,
because we have 2 GTR turbos right now, 2 identical sized GTR turbos, and we have 2 awesome, incredible Honda products at our disposal. So we can see what makes more power: the B18 GTR turbo or the B20A5 GTR turbo.
Yeah.
And which one sends Uncle Rodney through the roof first?
the Prelude can't throw a rod, not in the middle of a season.
We'll just shed the teeth off second gear.
There are no teeth on second gear. It's round.
Hopefully there's less rat pee videos. Deal?
None of my shit has rats in it. Ryan, why did the vent smell like mouse piss?
Well, oh yeah, it's really strong.
It's really bad. It's only your cars that are full of rats.
It's that parking lot.
Yeah, well, wherever it is.
It's the rat interstate. That's the town that you stop in.
Yeah, that was 2018. That's what we're hoping for 2019. We'll see what actually happens. Anyway.
You would know. Edit that in. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Peace on earth.
Good night. We'll see you in 2019.
Yeah.